Hi there, it's Miss Nowakowski coming to you from the studio at Grower Elementary in the Richmond School District. And today's project is an origami whale. Okay. We actually have a little bit of cutting that we do for this project, so it's not technically 100% origami. Whenever you add cutting to an origami project, it's actually called hiragami. So what you need for this project is a square piece of paper and a pair of scissors, and then something to add details with. I added eyes and a mouth, so you can add those with a marker or with pencil crayons or crayons. All right, the first step in making our origami whale is to take our square piece of paper and fold it in half diagonally. So across the diagonal to create two large triangles. So now we have a symmetrical fold line down the center. And now we're going to do the kite fold. So we're going to fold each side in from the right and from the left to this center line to form a kite shape. Again, it's a little bit tricky at the bottom here. I'm pushing that down with my fingers first, holding this in place, and then doing the rest of the fold. And then you do the same thing on the other side. And you might need to turn it a little bit to make it comfortable for you to do that. So fold it into the center, fold it down at the bottom there, and then crease the rest. And there's your kite shape. As with many origami projects, we're going to need this center fold line here to be flexible a little bit later on. So I'm going to fold it the opposite direction, and then I'm going to fold it back the way we had it there, and then back and forth, just so that paper is flexible. It folds easily back and forth, and that's going to help us a little bit later on. Okay, so again, that fold line back and forth there. Okay, so now once we've done that a few times, we put it back to our kite shape, and we take the top point here and we're going to fold it down right along the center line to touch here. It's just going to meet and fold that across. So now this top line here is parallel to this line here. And now it kind of looks like a bit of a diamond or a gem shape. So now we're going to take this and fold it in half along that center line. And can you see a bit of a whale shape starting to come together? Okay, so again, crease this really well. And now we're going to fold up the tail part. So you can sort of estimate about 3/4 or 3/4. There's halfway across this bottom fold. So then another halfway between that and the end. About there is where we're going to fold it up. And we're going to do a perpendicular fold. So I'm going to take this here and I'm going to fold it straight up. So here we go. So that this is straight perpendicular to this. So it's creating a 90-degree angle there. And I just crease that down. And again, this is another one of those places where we're going to go over that fold back and forth to make the paper flexible. So I've got it up here, and then I'm going to, on that same fold line, just go the other direction and crease it really well with I'm using my fingernails here, and then back, crease, back and forth, again, so that the paper is really flexible. And now we're ready for the next part, where you'll need a pair of scissors. Okay, so we have, this kind of looks like a whale, but we're actually going to flip it. Now this part is the head of the whale, the body, and we've got this pointing down. But this is where that flexibility is really going to come into play here. We're going to take that tail and we're going to push it forward and then fold this back down and then just kind of pop that out and pop this into place. And again, we've got that perpendicular or 90-degree fold here, and then flatten this down. And then there's our whale shape. And then this is where you can see it can stand up like that. And again, this is where we're going to take our pair of scissors, and we're just going to do a little clip right down the center of that tail. Not very far, maybe about, depending on the size of your paper, about 1 centimeter or so, just over 1 centimeter. Again, when I fold that back, then I'm just going to turn this one down this way a little bit, and this one down this way, and there's our whale shape. Now you can leave it like that, but I'm also going to add some eyes on each side, and whales have quite long mouths. But you can decorate your whale however you want. You could paint it, you could add details to identify different species of whales. It's up to you. But there's our origami whale.